Alright, what song shall I go over today? Rise in my list, Eclipse, Fade Away. Ooh, this is a good one. So here we open up FL Studio. Alright, let's get to it. So first things first, this is the project file as you can see right here. Let's just go into the individual sounds real quick. So first things first, I have this guitar sample right here. Yep, that is pretty much that. Let me just put down the volume right here. So, that main guitar, there's nothing much to it, just proper equalization, delay, reverb, and low cut. And then on a master, I got a few stuff. Some volume correction, that's off. I got this just for the sake of cutting the top and the bottom, some extra processing a bit, and then I got some mastering here, and then a bit of span to monitor. So yeah, so if we get rid of the guitar, we'll have some other stuff coming in.
I was young, I was dumb then, running wild, low in self-esteem.
So if you turn this off, it's using the vocal from Styx, specifically from Chroma. Go on and check that out.
I was young, I was dumb then.
So this was originally A sharp minor. I just pitched that up 4 to fit with everything else. And then with the effects, I got a bit of equalization processing. I widened it up a tad bit. I know vocals are supposed to be mono, but this one was a bit too mono, so I just gave it some dimension, and that is there for some dimension as well. I routed that to the main vocal bus with that, which is pretty good. And then I got some extra effects coming in, and everything else is muted. Give me a second. There we go. And then I have a little synth going on over here. So essentially that is a serum patch. I made this a while back before Serum 2 came out, so yeah. This is just basically a triangle wave with 4 voices of unison. Pretty simple synth, anyone can make that. And then most of this stuff is just like some samples dropped here and there, and then some extra sounds. I got a respace in here, a top loop for the guitar, some one shots, and then when we get into the build, there's not much to it, just some risings here and there. Some build-up drums, as you can hear right now. And then we have a little pre-drop. And then here comes the drop. So this is the thing about the drop. I grabbed the vocal chop and destroyed it and then put it in the mix, which is pretty cool. So essentially I used some sidechain to give it that gated effect. Wah, wah. wah, 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 wah. And then if we solo out all the instruments, and then we can get into the instruments now. So when we go into the instruments, we got this. Which is pretty cool and huge, if I do say so myself. If we just take out the vocal for a second. So there's a lot when it comes to the ascents, so I'll just get into the main one. I'll turn off the sidechain for now, so you guys can get a glimpse of what's going on behind. So first things first, I got this. It's a main saw. Feed into that some OTT and some post-processing. There's some pre-reverb going on. And the reason I put it before all of this is so that I can bring out the reverb with OTT itself and make it because before all this I got this, and with that in mind it's like it's pretty good. And then this one is just pretty much the same. I just got an extra one, pitched up one. With that on top of it as well. And then I got a filthy lead. This one is insane. So I'll show you this really quick. It is a sample from Drop Gun, specifically this one right here. And basically I tuned it just a tad bit over here. I don't remember what exactly, it's been a while. Because before all of this, yeah. So this is the process. Sound goodizer, equalization, some flanging, wave shaper to crank the amount of distortion to the absolute max, another distortion, some touch-up EQ, reverb, and then cranking that all the way down because that thing is super loud. Like, I need to hear it, not to destroy my ears. And then with all of that together, and then when it comes to the bass, it's pretty much simple actually. A lot simpler than you think. Look at that. Look at that and tell me that it's not simple. It's literally that simple. It's literally a saw wave with 4 voices of unison tuned down with the subwoofer. And literally, because there's unison, I had to correct it with some EQ. Maximus. So I can correct the width of it. And that's literally that. Everything else are pretty much drones, ambience, some pitch bending. Oh wait, there used to be pitch bend, but not anymore. Oh yes, the vocal processing. There isn't much when it comes to the vocal processing itself, because the thing is, I afterwards with the same vocal chop but 1 octave higher. There isn't much to it, it's just some overdrive, equalization, some widening, just a tad bit, and then I got some reverb, and obviously you can tell there's some sidechain on it, and some low pass automations. And that's pretty much that for the drop. Everything else pretty much remains the same, just with some arrangements here and there. And then when it comes to the arrangements, there are only a few things that I've added.
Don't go breaking my heart, don't go.
Well, there is this fake out I did. There are a lot of ways you can do fake outs in situations like these. You can start out by using just simple low pass automations, start from low and bring it back up. Or you can take out some elements, take out the bass and then do it that way. Like, a lot of people will show you different methods to go about fake outs, but that is pretty much that. And then you pretty much leave it out with just a guitar. And when it comes to the last drop, there isn't anything different. I just basically added this top piano and that was pretty much it. Yeah, I think that was a Labs piano if I don't remember. Or wait a second, that was FL Studio's piano. The one that they did now for FL 2025 or 2024 it might have been. I don't remember exactly, but yeah. It was FL Studio's piano now. So yeah, that is practically how I made this song. If you want to go stream it, go ahead. It's out now on all platforms. If you want to see more showcases just like this of how I made a song, then do so by leaving a like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!